That's about all the self-promo I need to do, so, let's get this started, why don't we? As long as the timer still works, which it does, so I don't need to press anything. Let's see if I can beat my personal best. I don't care about no world records, nothing. I just need to try and beat my 53 minutes, you know? I don't care how many runs it takes, I want to beat my 53 minutes. That's the only thing I care about, you know? No matter how long it takes, I'm beating this 53-minute time. No, come on, I got this. There we go. This lets me skip the missile section. Unless I fail it. Unless I fail it! Arc 1 is very much reset heavy for me because of that. Arc 1 is so reset heavy for me because of that. If I can't get it, it wastes like a minute to 2 minutes if I fail that. Also, hey, hon. I have seen the messages, and I even sent her a hugging gif in DMs as well. I read everything before I even went live, you know? Lined up, one boost. If I can get on top, I can usually skip this part, but that's a bit more difficult for me to do at the moment, so I just play it a bit more safe that way. Chaos control there. Gives me second chaos control. I do need for this part here. At least we're getting to the Doom Zone. At least we're getting here, you know? Yeah, maybe bobbing my head to the music. So what? Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in, Pokey. You know what's funny? I never say it like in anywhere, but this is the only game I know how to speedrun. And and to be fair, with how good I look, I don't even I have just 100 hours in this game. With all the attempts I've done, only 100 hours. Arc 1 could have been better, but I'll take it. I will take it. To be fair, my Arc 1 right now is kind of a perfect run. I can never get better at it, but yeah, the 421 that I get on Arc 1 is about the best I can do. So I totally hit the wrong buttons there, but that's okay. Just gotta play a bit differently here. I had to play a bit carefully there because I know at least once I got stuck in that loop. Just from the automation pulling me into it. So I needed to be careful there. But for the most part, this is looking like a decent arc too. I'm sure there are some stuff I probably could be doing that I truthfully don't know how to do, so that's why I'm not doing it. Okay. Arc 2 definitely could have been better. Arc 2 definitely could have been better. But to be fair, I'm also just gonna go through a full run. Try not to make the beginning of stream so reset heavy, you know? I'm just gonna show off one run before I start making this a reset heavy stream, you know? Okay. Wings. Chaos control. Just using that for chaos storage. So I get that for more boost. Just so that I have enough chaos control for this. Where we get into kind of the other easier Doomstone section. The third one is difficult, I will say that. This one's difficult for a different reason though, as I do need to be watching my ring count, making sure I don't hit anything and stay over 50. Just for some skips that I need to do after this section. I just need to make sure I'm not getting hit. It's basically the wings you see me seeing. That's my invincibility, kind of like supersonic. And I need that for as many levels as I can where it's applicable. Yeah, you will see like one stage where I don't use the wings at all because I don't need them. Pretty much this entire speedrun is, what can I do with the wings to get me where I need to go? What automation can I skip reasonably within the category? What can I do with the wings? That's all this kind of breaks down to. Because right now I'm skipping a pretty decent automation section just to get to the goal ring faster. It's only really about 30-40 seconds if I were to guess, but it still matters. And welcome to the only stage where I do not use the wings unless... No, actually no, I don't even use the wings at all in this stage. I don't need them. I don't really need the invincibility. I just need more chaos control for some parts and to just make sure I'm doing everything correct for chaos control. Chaos control is the only thing you really need in this stage. Only because you use it about 2 times, 2 to 3 times to help out. This being the only other place, so I don't have to worry about jumping or anything. This would be the only place I would use the wings, but that would just be more for skipping over all of this, which doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter. Like, I'll have chaos control here, so I don't need to worry about the train. Okay, I actually did Rail Canyon 2 faster than how I normally. Yeah, there may be a bit of time loss, but still, I did Act 2 quite fast, and now we're on the first boss. And welcome to phase 1 of the boss, everyone. We're literally just sitting here until this. Now we're already on the phase 2. Where you guessed it, those act as wings. Only have to do this once to fully get chaos control, but chaos control is kind of needed after that first one, and you'll see. You'll see why here. Pretty much, I don't have to worry about going on those bubbles just to hit the middle when chaos control blows everything up for me. And now we're on to the final phase, I will say. I truthfully like how they did this boss, I will say that much. It's okay if I get hit there, it doesn't really waste much time. I just need to have chaos control for the spirit bomb. You know? That's all I need is chaos control for the evil spirit bomb. So I can already guarantee you I'm not beating my personal best with this run, but I figured it'd be fun to just do a full run anyway for the beginning of stream. Before I start resetting over and over and over again on Arc 1 to get a perfect time. It's funny, hon. I haven't played this game in quite a bit, but on stream, I still remember what I'm doing. I still remember what I'm doing for everything for runs. I can even look over at chat and kind of know what I'm doing. Okay, that was close. I did not know why. I don't know why I didn't homing attack the rail there. Also, yeah, spinning like that does actually make me move a bit faster in the water. Also, while there is technically a skip there I can do, I don't know how to do it. And I just never cared to learn it, so I just don't care. But it's in the same degree as what I do in Arc 1 to try and skip the missile, where I launch myself off of the geometry just to get a bit further. Also, well, normally I would have chaos control here. I had to use it to regain my boost. So I'm playing this a bit more cautiously, I would say. Need the chaos control for this part coming up. The chaos control run right off, and that gives me at least a little bit of extra boost into this part. Yeah, Kingdom Valley 2 is one of the few... Kingdom Valley is one of the few stages that is also kind of a run killer for me because of how technical some of the stuff I have to do is. If I don't do it correct, I'm losing a bunch of time, which I prefer not to do. And sorry if I do go quiet at some points. A lot of this is like high concentration stuff, so I don't mess up, you know? Definitely when it comes to Chaos 1, or Chaos Island 1. That and Sunset 1. Those two are huge. If I mess up anywhere on those two, and those are huge, like, near minute time losses. And I don't want to deal with those. And I do need chaos control there because that last one falls a bit too fast for you to outrun. Not doing too bad so far. I want to say this has been a pretty good Kingdom Valley 2 so far. Don't think I messed up anywhere. But yeah, that feels like that was a pretty good Kingdom Valley 2. Now we're coming on to one of the more difficult stages, for me at least. One of the two, as I said, this one and Chaos Island. You'll probably see Chaos Island, the reason why, when we're playing it. Plus, I'll say it as well. Just like how I'll bring it up when we get to the part of Sunset Heights here. Also, one thing I may do, if I do beat my personal best at all this stream, I will highlight it, and I would, blah. I'll upload to the speedrun website, so, I can make whatever an official run if I beat my personal best. If I beat the 5311, it goes up on Speedrun. It ain't getting any world records, that's for sure, but I don't mind putting it up on Speedrun. But to be fair, I don't really say it. It will be my second run on Speedrun for your Shadow Gens here. It will be my second uploaded run on Speedrun. Just at a better time. And I'm not joking about that. I do actually have a run on speedrun.com for this, or on Speedrun for this game, just under a different category, because they didn't have the split when I first ran and posted it. And coming up, you'll see some of the reasons why this section is a bit this one is a run killer, because there's the checkpoint and I don't have a checkpoint. So if I die, if I fall off anything right now, I'm losing about 2 minutes. The only thing, though, I have to be cautious up until this part. Now I am golden. Thank you for the follow there, Harai. Okay, I actually saved some time. Okay. Now let's see if I do a good run on Act 2. Act 2? That one's not fun. Okay, I was supposed to go up there. But at this point, I don't know what I'm doing. Goodness, do I mean that? Right now, I'm supposed to have about 40, already have 40 rings. About here, I put on the wings. Oof, I am not doing good on Sunset 2 here. I am not doing good. I am not getting anything I'm supposed to here. I just hope I go the route that I need to on the sewer section here. Like, if I mess this up at all, Arc 2 will be my worst level this run so far. Okay, good news. It was just the first half of Heights of Sunset 2 that I failed. Right now it's not so bad. Act 2, to be honest though, kind of went a bit better. 24 seconds. I lost 10 seconds from Act 1, so that's not good. Okay, not doing too bad so far on Metal Overlord. As long as I get to the second phase before this section ends, I will be golden. Well, golden-ish. Okay, there we go. There we go. I finally, I got to the second phase without having to wait another minute or so. Now this one is just Beyblade Simulator, where I have to do nothing but spin the entire time. Well, kind of. Kind of spin the entire time. Also jumping to make sure I don't get hit by those things. Trying to take my energy. What I'm made of. Okay, I missed about 2, maybe 3 there. Yeah, I missed about 3 hits, which is not too bad, but does make this cutscene go a little bit longer. Alrighty. Now we're on to the stage where I need to make sure I play correctly, or else I'm losing a bunch of time. And yes, jumping does change my direction and the momentum with it, but only once. So that's why I usually have to be cautious with when and what direction I'm hitting the A button. When I'm doing Chaos Spear Glide. Also, this is maybe the only way I've played Sonic Frontiers at all, is its stage. That's it. I have never once touched Sonic Frontiers at all. And I will say, I prefer the remix to Chaos Island over the original. It sounds so much better. Okay, so Chaos Control. Hopefully I hit everyone, but you get another Chaos Control here. Good. So now, with me having the extra Chaos Control, I can just skip over all of this. All this platforming that I would have had to do if I did not have Chaos Control. Now, I will say my criticism here. Now comes the most useless stage. Useless act of a stage in this entire game. Because it does not make sense why you have such an awesome Act 1 with awesome music to then go to this. It does not make sense to me whatsoever why they decided this for Act 2. By the way, the only button the only direction I'm holding this entire stage right now, except for a couple times to the left, is right. That's it. All I'm doing is holding right and boosting. Hey, guess what? That was the stage, by the way. That was the Chaos Island 2. I'm sure everyone has a stage in this game for like speedrun or regular that they hate. Chaos Island 2 is that for me. I will say I do like the meth. Well, I wasn't all too fond of the methless fight at first. It has kind of grown on me. Especially with how much we get to punch him. And there we are on the phase 2 already. But yes, you can still move during this, because that's not a cutscene. It just changes the camera to show the attack. That is it. Then he turns into this thing. And I think if you time chaos control just right, you can get it before the shields. 5, chaos control. That skips an entire cutscene where you just chaos control and hit all of them. Yeah, I can already confirm this ain't going to be beating my personal best whatsoever, but I will say it's probably good to have at least a run like this to dust off. I would easily say I'm a bit out of practice. Even Raven. I don't know why my Chaos Spear didn't go out right away, but it was supposed to. But that's alright. Hey, Rings and Radical Highway. Yeah, Wings and Radical Highway. Yeah, there's some stuff you can do, but you also have to make sure you're doing ring management as well. is once you lose all your rings, you no longer have your wings. And if you lose the wings, then one, you don't fly, and two, you don't have invincibility. I did not. I did not know I could do that. I was trying to do this. I did not know I could do that. Like, I was not expecting that whatsoever. Like, I'm glad I'm not on, like, personal best pace or whatever. That would have completely thrown me off. Like, teacher, that could have been a better Radical 2. Or Radical 1. Also, one thing I love, Radical Highway 2 changes up the formula from all the other Act 2s. Because we're not playing in 2D, we are playing in 3D for both of these stages. And to be fair, the Act 2 is also quite wing heavy as well. You will see with the amount of rings it gives us. That is the only one I don't know how to skip. So I will always beat him. This guy, however, we can skip very easily. Just like that. Yeah, that's what I mean when I say this stage is ring heavy. Because I'm ending the stage with over 200 rings. Okay, yeah, this run ain't beating my personal best whatsoever, but again, it's good to get brush off the dust and get back into the rhythm for a bit more of the later runs. Where I actually will be trying to beat my personal best. Or at least try and get under 53 minutes. You know, that's all I want. Is my best segments to be under 53 minutes. No, we're coming up to the phase that I just enjoy so much because of how fun it is, you know? We're just playing skip everything we can because we don't actually like how this part of the game controls. I'll be honest, hon. There were two reasons why I wanted to stream, even though I really felt like I didn't want to. And one of them was because I genuinely felt like I wanted to as well, but at the same time, I also felt like it would have helped you as well with everything going on. Even though I'm going to be completely honest, I know for a fact when I end stream, I'm going to be at a very low after stream. I will say that. I guess I could put it in this way. It takes a lot of energy for the fire to be burning this bright during stream. So I know after stream it will be dwindling a little bit, but not out. Not out. Hey, guess what? That's a speed run. And now let's watch a good minute long, 30-40 seconds, unskippable cutscene. To be fair, it could have been better, 100%. As the big time up there was supposed to be under 53:11. But again, that's something I want to be working towards with how I play. In a sea of red. I got 4. Now, to be fair, I do need to hope I get a run where, other than Arc 1, a lot of them are green, not yellow or red. Because green is even better than red and yellow. Cool explosion. I will always point out that explosion when it happens. It's so fun to see that explosion, just with how bad it looks. It's fun to see that explosion happen. I'm just gonna take a little bit of a break here. Just, it kind of hurts my fingers a little bit when it kind of hurts my fingers just a little bit. Getting back into the groove of things. Also, before anyone even plays the redeem for hydrate, I will be having something to drink right now. Especially since runs, as y'all can see, runs can take about an hour to do. Which is why, like, if anyone redeems hydrate, I honestly Stepping is easy though. Hydrating not so much. Yeah, but again, stretching is easy to do while during a run. Hydrating not so much. If this is not a good arc 1, I will stretch and reset the run, okay? If I fail what I'm supposed to do coming up, if I fail this like twice, I'm resetting the run and I'm stretching. Hey, guess what? Oh, I'm trying not to stretch too much with my legs, because I 100% felt a cramp wanting to form in my left calf. And if I did that, and if that happened, oh boy, if I got the cramp, I would be nothing. I stretched. I did stretch my back. Don't worry. I stretch my back when I do the arm stretch, because I'm stretching my arms up as much as I can. So don't worry, I'm all stretched out. I'm easily so stretched out. I hope this ain't the run. I did not want that being heard. I don't want that being heard at all if I upload this for an actual run. Good news. I don't like when that happens. And I did not intentionally do that either. You know what's fun? There's an old tech that we usually, or that was initially used before learning doing all of that was faster. And it's very interesting on how, I'll just say it's very interesting how physics work in this game. At some points, you know? Okay, I did not land on top. That means I have to go around that guy. But that is okay. That isn't too bad. The only thing I don't like is if I ever miss that, if I ever miss the chaos enemy up there, because that does actually waste a little bit of time. Also, it's been very, very rare, but there have been times where the actual timer above me, I've gotten to here by 2:01 instead of 2:11, and I don't know how I've done it. I really don't. But again, Arc 1, as long as I'm getting like 1 to 2 second time loss in a sense, I'd still call that a win. Just because of how perfect I've kind of done Arc 1 on my initial run. That got all the time set above me. Okay, I messed up. I messed up. All right. No, we're not making that the run. Because I messed up. But also, I'm going to stop the timer for this one just because, truthfully, I want to show off what I was talking about earlier. On the one tech that I used to do before figuring out the other way was faster. Instead of just boosting, it's this. But then it's found out it's not really that fast when you're trying to get rings for the wings as well. Is it neat to do? 100%. Is it worth it? No. No, it is truthfully just something I don't do. And I think that's maybe the... Hey, I was tiny. But like one of the few changes I've done in this run to kind of save time and go faster. It's literally that is either a couple seconds faster or about the same time, but you're then getting enough rings for the wings for this part here. That truthfully, I can usually get on my first try, but also it's a bit difficult to do as well. And hey, Mari. Avoid the missile. Alright. I don't know if that was actually too quiet or not. With all the music. This might be another reset. This might be another reset. Normally how I gauge resets is if I don't get to the Doom Zone part by 2:11 or like 2:10, then it's just much faster and easier for me to just reset. Especially when I'm trying to go for a personal best here. I want the big timer above me to show 52 something and not 53:11. That is all I want right now. Hmm. There we go. Was not able to go on top to skip the missile, but at least getting this first try is good. Getting that first try is good. And there's the missile exploding. Not too bad, not too bad. Not too bad, I will say. Not too bad at all for time. Now comes the part to see if I'm gonna be on par with my time, or if I'm gonna be a second or two time loss, so to speak for Arc 1, you know? Alright, yeah, Arc 1, not too bad. Not too bad. A little bit mistimed for the robots there, but still, not too bad. Not too bad, I will say. Now I'm not gonna jinx myself and say anything, because no, if I say anything good about this run after this, I will 100% jinx myself, and this will end up backfiring. So I am not going to say anything good about the run until maybe later. And for now, just play whatever, and at the same time, I don't know. It's hard to really describe what I'm doing. Oh no! Okay, so I don't know how to replicate that, but I can use height from that to skip, to do a little minor one, not even worth the time skip. But it's always so cool to do. Also, I will 100% say right now, you can tell with how I'm talking that I do zero voice training. Because I do not care enough to do it, you know? This is how I normally speak, how I normally talk, how I normally sound. Okay. So what I was trying to do is not waste time, but what you can do is if you get enough height, instead of doing all of that, you can just hit the spring there and just skip all of that. Issue. I did not get it. I wasted 10 seconds. That is okay. "10 seconds on Arc 2 is not too bad. I can 100% make that up in other stages. Now, if I start consistently losing time, then I will gauge if it's worth to reset the run, or I'll gauge if it's worth it to reset the run or not. But that's something definitely to gauge after a couple stages. You know what would be interesting? Seeing a lot of this stuff from like a different perspective, like out of bounds and whatnot, would be kind of interesting. Now, of course, I'm just here to speedrun it. Hopefully get a run that beats my personal best. That's all I care about. To be fair, it does not matter if you hit him or not in this category. For the second and third encounter, first one you do have to hit him to get out of the section. The other times you can just pass right by him and there's nothing, pretty much nothing. I have no clue where I was going. Basically, because I'm doing all stages, it means I've already beaten the game, so I don't have to worry about any percent. So I don't have to worry about defeating him for the abilities. No, no. Oh, that's definitely that is definitely worth a reset. That is definitely worth the reset, I will say. Just because that would have been 40, maybe 50-second time loss. 100%. If I would have kept going. I'm just stretching my fingers, to be honest. But yeah, I don't ever mess that up. So it's more surprising that I did. Alrighty. Now let's try this again. Hey, Moopy. Hey, Moopy, guess what? Guess what, Moopy? Alright. You know, I'm glad I can actually kind of get that consistent. It's just landing on top to avoid the missile here. That one is very difficult when you don't know where you're going. Or you can't see where you're going. So it basically means I'm doing a blind jump, hoping to land on a very thin platform, just to skip the missile trigger altogether. Yeah, I still think this might be a good arc one again. Just gauging off of what time I got to Doomzone here. Which, since I got Got to the trigger by 209, 210. This may be a good run, or at least a good arc one, I will say. Don't want to say this is a good run just yet, since we are just at the first stage. Okay, that kinda helped out a little bit, but not too much, I will say. And as I was saying earlier, this is the only time you actually have to hit Doom's Eye, or you have to hit Doom Eye here. This is the only time you have to do it in any of the stages. The other two times you can just go right past him and change nothing. That is literally the only time you have to hit Doom's Eye to proceed in the level. Also, again, I will say it. Oh, that's all right, hon. What are you trying to avoid that you can't see on the timer above my head? Or is it more story stuff that you're trying to avoid? Because if it's story stuff, then there's no worry about that. If it's level stuff, you can see the levels above me. Love the both of you. Oh, there we go. Mm. Mm. Messing me up a little bit with that, you know? Messed me up a little bit, but at least it's not like a 10-11 second time loss, but still. You messed me up a little bit when I read that. Reading that lovely message from Moopy. It's all good, it's all good. I easily recovered to go back onto the route I was supposed to. So it's not too bad. I can If I don't mess up the end of Rail Canyon 1 here, then I can probably make up the time elsewhere in some of the other levels. But yeah, it's not too bad of a time loss. Unlike me hitting that wall, the invisible wall there. Again, it should be alright, hon. It wasn't that much of a time loss. Like if it was, I can guarantee I would have already restarted the run by now. If it was that substantial, you know? You wanna know something, Moopy? I can tell you right now, I know for a fact Fusion is serious about that. I can guarantee it. After stream, I will add that into my calendar and onto the notes as well. Oof, okay. That was not too good. That was not too good. That won't be right way movie, but if I get the chance to at all, I may go through your Steam wish list and see if there's anything on there I can get, yeah? I will also still kind of say Y'all do not have to do anything grand or whatever for my birthday, okay? Y'all don't have to do anything grand or anything at all for my birthday. And I mean it. You don't have to do anything, give me anything, nothing. That's just how I am. Oh, to be fair, Fusion, I kind of figured, but I'm talking about in general, okay? Like, any birthday presents, anything like that, I'm not wanting. Literally the only thing that I would want to do and whatnot, I already told you in DMs. No, you're my fiance. And to be fair, that's already more than enough for me while down there, okay? I mean this honestly when I say you don't have to do or give me anything special for my birthday while down there. I will just say it's already gonna be a treat not being up here for my birthday with my family. Even though I know for a fact they're still gonna want to do something before I leave. I know, hon. Even though no matter what and however much I will say that you don't have to, that literally the only thing would be us doing a couch co-op stream and then having pizza afterwards. That is literally all I expect, okay? All I expect is like a couch co-op stream of like Kirby or if possible, we can even do we can even play Let's Go Pikachu. I have that. And right now it's just storage for a lot of the shinies from Pokemon Go and legendaries that I could transfer into Let's Go. And mine's like full of Dittos and shinies. A lot of shinies. But I don't have enough money or enough Poké Dollars in the game to buy enough Pokeballs to catch everything. Almost kind of like I just, you know, sped run to Fuchsia City or wherever it is to... Same. But I also have not played... But I also have not touched the game in quite some time either. As I'm truthfully kind of more focused on like playing Sonic Crossworlds on my Switch and Legend CA at the moment. Also, seeing what all I can do on Dolphin for one of the games I really do want to stream. Just kind of trying to make it look better and run better too. Once I get all that figured out. Also, I know this ain't gonna be a personal best, but I'm truthfully not feeling like going much longer for stream today. Especially with the Warframe content I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. This was just meant to be like a nice fun little stream. Try a couple runs or and whatnot. But yeah, I'm 100% tomorrow. As early as I possibly feel like I can. I'm going to be streaming the Shadowgrapher Folly update in Warframe. And I almost feel like that's going to be a longer stream than what today is. So... like, I still wanted to stream today, but this was more just gonna be like low energy type of stuff until tomorrow. And depending on what needs to be done to get Folly and the Shadowgrapher, I don't know. I will probably post in the server within the hour of when I plan on going live. But at the current moment, I don't even know. Because I'll be completely honest, it depends on when I wake up and when I actually have the energy to get out of bed. Like, that's all. Like, those are the pure determining factors, is when I wake up and when I feel like I want to get out of bed. So, to be fair, it could very much be as early as, like, let's say 9 a.m. EST, or it could be around 1 p.m. EST. I truthfully don't know. That I do know. Well, to be fair, it is a good thing that I always hit start recording on my streams here as well, just to get them all uploaded to YouTube. It's a bit more of an easier archive than to just keeping the VODs up on Twitch for however long and then getting rid of them. I find recording streams much more easier because then I don't have to download anything from Twitch. I just go into my VODs folder and upload. And no, me having all my VODs recording does not take up any room on my C drive. They all get saved to one of my bigger SSDs. That way I can just easily record, like, if I'm doing, like, this is purely for example, like a 6 to 7 hour stream. That just gets uploaded right onto my E drive. So I'm not having to worry about if I'm having enough space. And my E drive is the biggest one, being at 1 terabyte. So I have plenty of room on there for my VODs. And of course I do get rid of the VOD once it is properly uploaded to YouTube. Just so then I have the space. And now comes the kind of more concentration part of the stage. Because right there, I can easily fly off, and that's time loss. I think it was either there or up ahead, I don't know. But yeah, I do always skip the checkpoint there, because it's a little bit faster. Except if I accidentally fall off somewhere. It's not. Then it's not. Not faster. But now I'm good. Not really for time-wise though, but still, I'm good. But to be fair, as I said, this is probably going to be the last run of stream, so I can at least rest up a little bit for tomorrow. Not supposed to go up here, but also I don't care enough. I don't think it really matters in the end. I'm at least playing this a bit better. If any reason I decide I want to end the run early, I will end it on Metal Overlord. I promise. And even though you didn't bring it up, I will be singing the entire boss fight theme. I will be singing it as well. I'll be doing my bad karaoke with the boss fight too. I don't care what you're thinking as you turn to me. 'Cause what I have in my two hands is enough to set me free. I fight the reeling to resist it over time. It's just too much to take, you sneak up from behind. Is it me? You said you're looking for. Let me show you who I am and what I'm here for. Here for. Try to reach inside of me. Try to take my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. Simple curiosity. Try to take a bite of me. Let me show you just what I'm made of now. Like a million faces, I've recognized them all. You know what? You know what? screw the run. Screw the run. Screw the run. I'm actually probably gonna think I'm, well, I am going to end stream. There is one thing I need to do first. I always figured if I got onto GDQ at all, I would 100% have this as an incentive to go straight Doom Zone and do the harder bosses. If I ever got onto a GDQ, I would do harder bosses. Yep. What, did you not know this game had hard bosses once you beat it? Yeah, there's no rings, by the way, except for those 10. There are no rings. Like a million faces, I recognize them all. One by one, they all become a mark on the fall. You should think it's confusing, but I don't think no more. Teacher, I'm kind of trying to speedrun this boss, but at the same time, it is so much more difficult because you don't have many ranks to actually do some of the stuff. Plus this. No checkpoints, no nothing. You pretty much have to one-shot this boss with only one hit with rings. But there are odd times where you can get more rings, yes. Yeah, pretty much he has more health, and depending on the boss, there's either more attacks, more phases, or in this case, more hazards. Maybe I should do a hard mode boss rush. Maybe after Metal Overlord here, I should do a hard mode boss rush. Because now you can actually see the part that I tried to skip by making sure I get enough hits for Metal Overlord's second phase. Yeah, hard mode really does make the bosses, well, as the name says, harder. And no, doing chaos control here does absolutely nothing. There's no chaos control points for me to hit, so it just does not matter. And yet, that's maybe the first time I've not gotten an S rank on a boss fight. And since I've already done Metal Overlord, I'm not gonna do him again. Yeah, you remember when I brought up the ring thing? Here's another case of it where you pretty much have to do this with no damage. No hits, nothing. I don't even think you get rings in this second section here at all. I think Bio Lizard, you pretty much have to do damageless. Yeah, no rings. So basically, you're gonna see me do this without taking any hit whatsoever. Or try to. At least I still have chaos control for this. At least I still have chaos control for that. Yeah, Bio Lizard isn't that bad. On hard mode, it's just the case of not having any rings to take a hit. That's the only difficult part of this boss. No rings. Which it makes this part much more hell. I'm gonna be spamming Chaos Spear here. Where are we going, Shadow? Where are we going? But yeah, that's the only way that they made Bio Lizard hard, was they made his attacks hit a bit more, and they don't give you any rings for damage. Mephiles? I don't know, I've never been I've never played the Mephiles boss fight. So I can already tell no rings. But as you can see at the beginning with my time, holy speed, Batman! Holy hell! Not expecting that. On top of no rings. I was not expecting that. And yet, you wanna know something? I'm already on the second phase. Oh, there's more pillars. And more of a climb, too. Huh. Again, this is my first time actually doing Mephiles in hard mode. So, I am very much not knowing what I'm supposed to be doing. Or... well, I kinda know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not getting hit to the point where I'm losing. Okay, so it's a three-piece it's a three-piece on hard mode. Good to know. Good to know. I cannot do the trick where I hit 5 of them and I accidentally hit Chaos Control. But it's good to know I cannot do the trick where I hit 5 of them and then Chaos Control the rest. That is good to know. I have to instantly Chaos Control when I get to that part. That is good to know. Because this is the cutscene we avoid when I hit the 5 on the regular attack, or on the regular boss fight. That little cutscene is basically what I'm avoiding when I hit 5 of them first, and then Chaos Control. Which is another A rank because of how long I took. Now, to be fair, Devil Doom doesn't get a hard mode, but just for the fun of it, we're gonna play the boss anyway. And I'm not gonna skip any cutscenes either, so we're gonna watch the cutscene before the boss fight. It's a pretty good cool cutscene. It's a cool cutscene, but it's one that we constantly have to skip for the speed run. Just because of how long it takes. It's something we skip for the speed run, but I don't mind showing it just for this. I'm not doing a speed run, so I don't mind showing off the cutscene. Even though the boss fight does not change at all with going on the hard mode, it's just the Biolizard, Metal Overlord, and Methylis. They're the only ones that change going into hard mode. Also, I'm probably gonna exit out of the boss fight once we get to that Chaos Control part, so we're not having to sit through that cutscene all over again. Like, I'll save the final cutscene for speedruns, not for casual play. Even though I'm totally still speedrunning right here, but it's just force of habit with this boss. It's really just force of habit. Heroes rise again, obliterating everything that's not your friend. Nothing to stop you now, no ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose, you win. Oh, shadow. I'm actually gonna play this part a bit more casually than speedrunning. Find the strength we need. Never over, just another day of roast and tragedies and everything that comes our way. Determination of the strong. Found the meaning that you searched for so long. But yeah, once I get to the chaos control part right at the end, I'll just be quitting the stage. Just because, again, don't want to sit through that cutscene. Okay, so I should have done it before that last hit. So we're watching the last cutscene anyway, I guess. You lose, you win. Bow your heads down, all hail Shadow. Now, to be fair, we don't actually have to watch this. Or maybe we do, because my mouse ain't shown. You know what? You know what? Very, very simple as an Alt F4, you know? Very simple as an Alt F4 to leave the game. Now, no. Mm-mm-hmm. Love you too, hon. I'll be honest, I totally came, I went onto my Twitch to see if there was anyone I wanted to read out to. There's not. I just paused that sentence at the worst time. So I came. Oh. Do share. Because I don't mind, I don't mind the raid suggestion. Oh. At least I have desktop audio, mute. I 100% at least want to take a look. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay rating out. Just because they started like 9 minutes ago playing Pokopia. So, makes it worth it. We're, yeah, we're going to be rating out to Lacey here. There we go. I do hope everyone enjoyed stream. It honestly was fun streaming for a little bit today. Before doing before doing the longer Warframe stream tomorrow. Which, to be fair, Moopy, you are more than welcome to join me. for the shadow, for Folly, the shadow grapher. You're more than welcome to join me if what I'm assuming is correct. We have to farm for the parts. But that's going to be a tomorrow stream. For now, I hope everyone enjoyed stream. I easily hope everyone has a great rest of their morning, day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And let's raid out. Bye-bye.